Now, don't take this out of context, but I really like big knobs. Come on, I see what you're typing, but just like, please stop. Howdy hey, Hipyo Tech here, and today I'm gonna be building a really cool board. I know I sound bummed out, but it's a cool board, the Polygon 65. Now, this might be one of the best sounding boards I've ever touched, so stick around and find out. Speaking of sticking around, you should definitely hit that subscribe button because 74% of you aren't subscribed, and you know what? Howdy hey, 26% of you that are subscribed, yeah, they got an extra howdy hey. You better hit the button. Now, I'm not going to waste your time here, and we're just going to get right into it. So, Rotwit, the creator of the Polygon 65, sent me this board to take a look at, and I do have to send it back. Full disclosure as well, they did sponsor my stream where I built this, which you can click on in the top right, and a giveaway. Oh yeah, I guess I should probably mention that. Anyways, if you're watching this video within a week of it uploading, I'm giving away 2 of these boards, and you can check it out with that link down in the description. I can see it now. You're saying, Hipyo, you wasted my time with that giveaway. I won't even win. Whatever. So, the Polygon 65 is a 65% keyboard, and you've seen the B-roll running as I talked about random stuff. It's going into group buy August 20th of 2021, and it'll come in at a very hefty $530 US, or $550 US with foam. Now that's a pretty penny, and we'll talk about whether or not that's worth it later. But first, let's talk about the color options. So because I like knobs, I've got these handy little knobs here to demonstrate the colors that the board comes in. Note that the big knobs are what you'd actually use on the board, and the others are just color samples. Personally, I think the rose gold is incredible, and I really want one of those. But let's get on to the build. So any good board needs a PCB. And because this is a 65% keyboard, that means it still has the arrow keys, which is pretty good. Also, this PCB makes me very happy. Why does it make me happy, you might ask? Because it's hot swap, has RGB for epic gamer time, and has an encoder knob. Oh, also it just looks cool, yeah. Magic! Thanks for cutting me off, Hipyo, very nice. Oh, wow. Whoa, that's sick. So this board consists of 4 major parts: the top, the mid piece, the wedge, and the weight. And this is the wedge, which has little acoustic chambers. Also, holy heck, this board is incredibly heavy and comes in at 6.6 pounds. Yeah, let's open up this middle piece. Oh, I think I forgot to shill for the wow stick, so wow, link in description if you want an electric screwdriver. So this is the top piece, and this board uses silicone gaskets that you would have to install yourself. These are not very squishy, and they don't necessarily provide flex. They're mostly to reduce reverberations, and they help make the board sound a little bit better. However, I do think it makes the board feel a little bit less harsh, which is nice. You know what else is nice? The USB-C daughter board, which I'm not entirely sure what they do, but they're helpful. And the plate, which we haven't talked about yet. So this board only comes with an option of a brass plate, and it is dummy thick. It also uses 4 of these pins that keep the board secured to the rest of the board. Speaking of security, here's an ad for job security. This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Howdy hey, I'm here with a special guest, the specialist of guests even. It's Toby.
Hello.
From PBT Toby. You guys have heard me speak a lot about Squarespace. You've heard Alfred speak about Squarespace and how easy it is to build a website. But I figured, what if you heard from someone that's used it for their own website? He's created a website, barrettcreative.shop.
Yeah, so I created this a while ago for my online business launch. You see here, great website. I have all my woodworking products on here.
Wow.
I think my favorite thing about using Squarespace was just how easy it was with 0 web experience. Like, I can create one of these new products in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy how you can take it from the free trial to publish like so fast. And speaking of free trial, you guys can click that link down in the description and sign up for a free trial. And when you're ready to publish your website after you've created it, you can use code HIPYOTECH to save 10% off your first purchase.
10%?
10%! If you watch that ad, go comment PBT Toby, yeehaw. Anyways, you know what I can't explain? Stabilizers. I use Durock V2 stabilizers, and you can check them out at the link down in the description. These were lubed with Crytox 205G0, and I'll give you a sound test later. But there you go, they're installed. Because this is a 65%, you'll only need 4 stabilizers in total. And then I install the plate and PCB foam. Now, I really like muted sounds, so I'm gonna use all the foam I can. But you could choose to go without it. I really like these cute little cutouts, and it was like super satisfying to install the foam, like it just felt nice. But that also means I can't fill it with Play-Doh this episode, sorry guys. But maybe hit that like button if you want me to fill a board with Flex Seal in the future. Oh yeah, also it covered my hands in a black residue, that was a little bit lame. Wow! So I screwed in the brass plate, and then I plugged in the PCB into the daughter board. And then I made a grave mistake. So you see those 6 little holes in the back of this? Yeah, you're supposed to put the screws in before you put the PCB in, I didn't do that. So look at me go. I'm blissfully unaware of the trouble I'm about to encounter. So wee woo alert, if you're building this board, make sure you put those bottom pins in first. Otherwise you're gonna fully assemble it, realize you messed up, and then have to disassemble it. Yikes. Eventually I did realize that I was dumb, took it apart, and put the bolts back in to the mid piece. This board has a really creative design in that you don't see any screws on the outside. But yeah, if you're not careful, that could be pretty annoying. So then you just screw everything back together, which is relatively simple, and voila, it's switch time. So the switches I'm going to be using for this build are SP stars, which are a magic little tactile from the Key Company. These were sent to me for free to review, and here's my little mini review, I guess. These were matched to the Magic Girl set, and I'll do some magic of my own. Star time. Nice. Star time? Really? Did we pay somebody to write that? Okay, I've been informed that we need to be distracted by the knob. So look at that knob. Oh, that's a nice knob. Oh, you want my opinion on the switches? Okay. These switches actually felt really great, and I was pleasantly surprised. Even though I'm a linear gang, they felt nice. They weren't too tactile, and as you'll see later in the video, paired with this brass plate, they made amazing sounds, like whoa. Okay, so now it's keycap time, and we're using some expensive keycaps. GMK Future Funk, to be precise. Well, the dark version. Now, I gotta be honest, the plum version of this board was really hard to match keycaps to. And personally, I never would get the plum version, like, period. It looks like Barney. Like, look at this, it's freaking Barney. Oh my god. No offense, no offense. Barney, please don't sue me. But I think paired with these Future Funk keycaps, which are like a really deep dark purple, it actually does look kind of nice. I really like this board's chunky bezels, although I don't know how practical they'll be for long-term daily use. But aesthetically, it's a very gorgeous board. This brass weight really just, yum yum. So stabilizer review, I did an okay job lubing them, but the left one was a little bit over-lubed. And oh, you got a tiny teaser of the board's sound, and it sounds really nice. Now, it didn't have it at the time, but the board will have VIA support, meaning that you can reprogram this whole board and kind of change what you want the knob to do and stuff. But no Hipyo Tech knob tutorials this time. But now you're probably gonna ask me, oh Hipyo, is this board worth my $500? And to that, I have a two-pronged response. So number one, keyboards are really not worth $500. Even as an enthusiast, like it's hard to say that it's worth it. However, if you're in the market for something really expensive, you want to treat yourself with an elegantly designed keyboard, and you like the end result, then, you know, you wouldn't go wrong with this one. Like, the result I got with this board is very noticeably better than a keyboard that cost around $100 to $200. Like, it felt really nice to type on, and it sounded so pleasant. I'm gonna leave you guys with a sound test. Make sure you watch the whole thing to support my YouTube algorithm overlords. Thanks to the Mr. Man, Beezer Starchild, Fenny, Joseph Krang, Rosie Ray, and Aquarius Keyboards. Bye!